wise man once told me, it takes 28 days to create a habit. Here's how you can change your life.
But if I die tomorrow, I'ma die doing me. I stand 10 toes down, AK-47 with 100 rounds. Bullet cases hit the ground, got me running and gunning until the drum runs out.
So before I started this small challenge I gave myself, the number one reason why I never did it sooner or never did it at all beforehand, I want to say is just I gave myself too many excuses. So every day I would go in and I'd be like, oh, why didn't I do this today? Oh, I ran out of time. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I'm too tired. And there's a point in your life where, and there's a point with everything where excuses run out, where excuses no longer mean anything, not even to other people, but to yourself. Because did you really not have time to do that? Did you really need to do this instead of that? Did you get to a point where you keep telling yourself all these things, you keep telling yourself you can't do this, you can't do that, but at the end of the day, you just look at it and say, why couldn't I do this? Because why? Because I ran out of time? Well, why did you run out of time? Was it because you sat on your phone watching YouTube for 2 hours instead of editing, or doing this, or doing that? Or how do you not have time? You're streaming, couldn't you be editing at the same time? Shout out Pam. You have 24 hours. So we'll think about this mathematically. So on an average daily basis, I work for about 8 hours. So we'll do the math there. That is what? It leaves me with 16 hours left in a day. Well, I gotta sleep for about 8 of that. I only sleep about 6. So that leaves me with 10 hours. So it leaves me with 10 hours a day that I can do whatever I want. I can stream, so I stream for about 3-4 hours. So it leaves me with 4 hours to do whatever I want. And whatever I need to get done, I can do within those 4 hours. Think about that. 4 hours, you can get a lot done in 4 hours. You can edit an entire YouTube video. You can go to the gym, which I started. You can record something. You can make sure you get your food. You can do this, you can do that. In other words, what I'm trying to say is you can take care of what you need to do within those 4 hours. It just depends on how you take care of what you need to do. When you start working out, you end up super sore. So at the beginning of week 1, what I did is I hit every muscle group. I hit everything that could possibly slow me down in future weeks, and I took care of that right away. So from the beginning, I didn't have to deal with soreness for too long. I didn't have to deal with anything that would really prevent me from wanting to go to the gym for another excuse. So I prevented more excuses. That way I was one thing that working out all the time, and between also still going to work and streaming and doing all this stuff, is I don't eat. And it's not by like choice, it's not by like, oh, I'm not gonna eat. It's literally I would forget to eat. And I noticed that the second I started working out and whatever, after a week or so, I noticed myself, I was tired all the time. I mean, dead tired, just nothing but to go to sleep after work. But I kept going with the workouts, but every day at the end of week 2, I realized that my workouts started becoming less and less productive. And by the time week 3 came, I realized that I finally learned that it was because I had not been eating enough. I had not been eating right. So the foods that I would be eating were things like McDonald's, Burger King, just crappy fast foods, low protein, just snack foods from the dollar store next door at work. Nothing that's going to sustain any sort of energy for me in the future. Keep going. So a couple things I picked up. Protein shakes were huge for me, because again, half the time it's because I didn't have time to eat in between streams, in between doing this and that. So A lot of times it was just because I didn't have time to eat. So protein shakes, that was a quick 5-minute fix for a lot of the issues. It gave me a little bit of calories. It also gave me the protein I needed for the day, especially if you do them after your workouts. I've noticed that helped a ton. So everything I'm doing, by the way, guys, is super introductory. So I am not any sort of professional. I'm just showing you that literally anyone can do it. And if I can do this shit, I work a full-time job, I stream at least 3 to 4 hours. Literally anyone can do this. So by the time I hit week 3, I had started to notice some sort of results. I was able to lift things comfortably at work, because where I work, there's a lot of heavy lifting, but I don't want to get into that. But we do a lot of heavy lifting, so I was lifting a lot more comfortably. I was able to get more work done quickly because of how much we have to lift. But I also noticed some results. My arms started becoming more toned. My stomach started getting flatter. Now that I'm eating right, and you know, I'm getting the protein I need and the other calories I need to get myself through the day, I had a ton more energy. I was much more health conscious about the decisions I made, about whether it be the snack I get. You know, I went from getting a candy bar to getting some cashews or some nuts or something like that. And each and every day I noticed myself creeping towards my goals, creeping towards what shape I wanted to be in, not the shape that I thought I could be in or that I thought I was going to end up in. It was the shape that I wanted to be, and starting to mold myself into the person that I was planning to be and planning to show myself off as, and you know, being more confident in myself, in my answers, in the way I talk, in the way I do everything. Whether it just be throwing a baseball around with my girlfriend, or sitting in stream and just chilling out and playing some Warzone or whatever. I noticed that there was a big after week 3, or towards halfway through week 3, there was a huge mentality difference in the way I do everything. And the difference in myself from the beginning to only 3 weeks in, and that's the crazy part. 3 weeks is not a lot of time, guys. Was insane. And literally, if I didn't start, I don't think that change would have ever happened. I think that I probably would have lost my mind a lot sooner. I would not have been having as much fun finishing Transcendent. I was getting ready for phase 5, and if I didn't start working out that, I don't think I would have had a response done. I don't think I would have had ideas. I don't think that I would have been sleeping right. I don't think I would have had the right creative mindset in order to fully understand that what I want to do with my responses. So I mean, just changing one little thing, giving myself an hour a day, every single day, not every single day, but at least most days, to just go to the gym, go get my workout in and do this. That one little habit change, that one little change opened up so many more mental opportunities for me, because I could put my mind to it. I didn't just go, oh, maybe I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this later. It's like, no, let's just do this now, get it done, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll see where we're at. So finally we make it to week 4, the week where, from what I'm told and from what everything, that if you last 28 days doing one thing with your day every day, you change your habit, it now becomes a habit, almost like an addiction, to where if you don't do that, your entire day is messed up and feels weird. And I've noticed that's completely true. I'm not gonna lie. if I miss a gym day, because I admit I had to miss one the other day because I'm working on a bunch of other things right now with my actual life, never mind for Phase 5 and for recording and for just everything else I'm doing. My life has been hectic, so halfway through the journey, I ended up working 6 days a week for a couple weeks. Like the first week of Phase 5, I had 1 day off, and then the second week of Phase 5, I finally had 2 days off to even make this video, and now I have to finish Transcendent 4, the editing on that, within next week. I still have one more video that I want to do for it's Monday. But just not going to the gym for the 1 day where I have something scheduled to work out on and work on it and do whatever, it throws you off. And at that point, it is therefore a very healthy habit to get yourself into a routine where you can kind of just enjoy yourself and be yourself. That just opens up so much more healthy opportunities for your mentality, for everything you do. If you change one thing over a month period and you stick to that every single day, you do it every single day, it does in fact become a habit that helps you become not even physically better, but mentally can change the way you look at the world and change who you are to the world. Anyways, guys, I'm Aero, or Aero the Sniper, #Phase Aero. If you watch this entire thing and this entire small movie, I'm actually doing one bigger one before Phase 5. I'm hoping to get it done Monday. If not, then oh well. But I still have 2 more projects left for Phase 5 before my final response. So yeah, I'm going to be working on those next couple days, and hopefully, Phase Seabass, you open your fucking eyes. If not, oh well. I really do enjoy doing this challenge this year. I feel like I've gone for the first 2, but I never posted a response because I was never happy with it, and I was never in a good place to ever go for it. But I feel like this year I'm just in a really good place to be going for this stuff. I have the equipment now, I have whatever in my life to where I need to succeed. I have the mentality now. So again, it's all I can really say. But yeah, be sure to check out for Welcome to the Life of Aero. That's gonna be project number 2 for my Phase 5 challenge, and then the day before my submission has to be up, Transcendent 4 will be out. I am in the middle of editing that right now. I started it actually this morning, and I'm gonna probably go around, film some more cinematic works for this now, and we'll catch up later. All right, peace out, guys.